All right, everyone, how's it going? So, continuing on with our lesson on the molar highway. Now, I have up here the molar highway where we have particles that go to moles and moles that go to mass. Now, when we go to particles to moles, remember we need to divide by 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd of those particles, whether they're molecules, atoms, ions, or formula units. Now, when you're going from moles to mass, remember you need to figure out the molar mass. And molar mass, you need your periodic table to figure out the molar masses. Okay, so you need that. Now, notice that I have another offshoot. So sometimes you can make a turn. So when it comes to moles, you can also convert from moles to volume. All right, and volume in liters in particular. So what you need to know is something called the molar volume. And the molar volume means that for gases, this is something for gases, all right? And it is said that if you have 22.4 liters of a gas, right? So of a gas, any given gas, it doesn't matter if it's oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, whatever it is of a gas. If you have 22.4 liters of that gas, all right, so if you notice, I do have the molar highway, the complete molar highway, actually on this slide. So the problem states, how many molecules of oxygen are there in 3.36 liters of O2 gas at STP? Now notice it's molecules. So when we're talking about molecules, we are talking about O2. If it was atoms of oxygen, then it would just be just O. All right, so, but we're not dealing with that right now. So how many molecules are there? All right, so what we need to do first is that we need to do a two-step conversion. So we're starting at the volume, liters. So always rewrite what is given in the problem first. 3.36 liters. What is it? It's of O2. Okay, so we have that. So then we need to convert from the liters into moles. So from liters to moles. So what do we need? We need that magic number of 22.4. Now, notice it's at liters per mole. So I'm going to put 22.4 liters here. And then in the numerator, I'm going to put 1 mole. So if you remember, what normally ends up happening is that the number 1 always is associated with the mole. All right, so our liters cancel out. And if you want, you could put it into your calculator and you could get a certain value. But we're not going to do that right now. But notice we have 1 mole of oxygen. But we want to go to where? We want to go to particles, which is molecules. All right, so we're here and we're going in that direction from moles to particles. So what does it say in the green there? It says that you need to multiply by Avogadro's number, 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd molecules. Now remember, unfortunately, there's really no way to shorten the word molecule, so just leave it at that. And it is per 1 mole, because 1 mole, as you learned in that TED Talk, is that it is 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd, or 6.02 sextillion molecules of oxygen. And when you put that into your calculator, you should get a nice small number. Just kidding, it's not really a small number, of 9.03 times 10 to the 22nd molecules of O2. Now let's double check. Does it make sense? Well, yeah, it does. Why? Because we started off with a low number of 3.36 liters. What is molar volume? It's 22.4 liters per 1 mole. Well, 3.36 is very much so smaller than that number. So it makes sense that our number here is going to be less than 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd molecules. All right. You also may be wondering, Mrs. Z, why did you have the periodic table here? Well, it's just because you should always have your periodic table handy. However, you don't always need it. So please keep in mind, the question was looking for that you were going from liters to molecules. So we were going from molar volume up this way and across to particles. We didn't have to go to mass in this instant. Okay. All right. Well, there'll be times where you need to figure out the mass of a gas that is at a certain volume. So in this case, find the mass of 2.75 liters of fluorine gas at STP. So again, we're going to be starting at volume. All right, so we have 2.75 liters of fluorine gas. Now remember, fluorine is diatomic. So it's diatomic, so that means it is F2. So we have that many liters of F2. Now, it's at STP, so we're going to assume that we're going to use the molar volume. Molar volume being 22.4 liters of F2, and that is for 1 mole of F2. Fabulous. We got rid of our liters. Now we're at moles, but do we want moles? No, we want to go to mass. So what do we need to do? We need the molar mass. Now we get to use our periodic table. So if we were to look at our periodic table, we see that the mass of fluorine is actually 19.00 grams, and there are 2 of them. So we're going to multiply that by 2, and we see that we'll have 38.00 grams per 1 mole of fluorine. That's the molar mass of it. So notice that how I actually put it. And 38, hold it, what do we have? We have moles here. So I want to put 1 mole of fluorine down here of F2. And I'm going to multiply it by the molar mass of 38 grams of fluorine. Okay, so again, since we're starting here at stage 2 and we're going towards the mass, we see that we need to multiply by the molar mass. And when I put it into my handy dandy electric brain, aka my calculator, I get an answer of 4.66517 blah 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 blah. Now, do you think I really want that? No, Mrs. Z. Oh no, it's our favorite thing in the world. Round 2, significant digits. But how do I know again how many places to round? Well, I'm glad you asked that question. We started off with 1, 2, 3 numbers. Okay, so I'm going to round my answer to 1, 2, 3 answers. 4.6. Now notice this is a 5, so we get to round up. So 4.7, what do we want? We want grams of fluorine. And that's your answer for that. If you have any questions, by all means, guys, you could always ask me. Follow the molar highway. Remember, I want to say this too, that if we start at mass, but we want to go to volume, you want to go in this direction. You're going to divide by molar mass, and then you're going to multiply by the molar volume. All right, so you just want to make sure you follow that molar highway. You also want to make sure that your units make sense. So, as a reminder, if you have questions, by all means, ask me. You know, I try to get back to you in a timely manner. And remember to give me that little Easter egg when you guys are doing your work and doing some of these notes, that you give me a happy little sun, because may it always be a great sunny day for you, even if it's in your own little hearts. All right? All right. I really miss you guys. Take care. Bye.